So, we work our way through an extensive project. You finally reach the finish line and you meet your goal. You relish in the victory and the dust settles. What do you do next? Yeah, that's where we at right now. Welcome. It's your boy Coffee Man Rand, and this is our first official YouTube video. So, welcome to the channel. I can't say if you're new to the channel because everybody's new to the channel. This is a channel dedicated to coffee, coffee shops, and general conversations about life. This could be any of the things from random thoughts on our mind to social interactions, problems in society, the works, you name it. We'll probably end up talking about it on this channel. In the process of doing so, if you haven't gathered by the name, we do this en route to a coffee shop. This is a vlog-based channel. You'll either catch me talking on foot or as we travel to a coffee shop in the inner city, or in the car as we travel to a coffee shop. The goal is on this channel is to either explore coffee that we've never had, come to some of my favorite spots in the Uptown Charlotte area, and or try out some new things via the at-home coffee shop. So, to tarry you no longer, let's go ahead and get into one of these coffee vlogs. And our first set of thought walks. Not THOT, THOUGHT. We're going to think a little bit and walk and talk on our way to the coffee shop. So, let's go. I guess we out. Hey, buddy. While we're on this walk, I guess I'll use my time walking to do what I refer to as a thought walk and talk out loud. Normally, all the one I'm doing right now, I do in my head on the way to the coffee shop with a little bit of music in the background. So, the topic of discussion that's been on my mind for like the last month has been associated with what do you do in the in-between phase? So, 2024 started off with a whole lot of work. And for me, I'm in the in-between phase now. I finished the project. I'm getting it to the point where it's ready to be like physically seen by other people. But the bigger question now is, what do you do after you get done? Do you start something new? Do you take a point in time to like rest and figure out like how to recuperate? Like, is resting needed right now? Or should we carpe diem this shit and try to start another project? Being a creative and being a person who's been like a hard worker for like the last, my whole entire life, it's been very difficult to take a break and live in the moment. It's been like, we finished this. What do we do next? Should we be doing something next? Am I behind? Not realizing that most of my friends and the people that I admire are 5, 10, 15 years older than me. So trying to have an understanding of it's okay to not know what you're doing right now and just enjoy life for what it is. That's the hard part. So yeah, we're sitting in the in-between phase. And the in-between phase for me right now is one, starting this YouTube channel, which we're doing right now. Part 2 was starting another project. Backstory for those who are just now meeting me on YouTube. I just finished my first short film. I've been a creative writer for the last 5 to 10 years, but I really took my craft seriously during the pandemic, and I decided that I wanted to do screenwriting. And not only screenwriting for film and television. So I went ahead, invested a little bit of time into myself from 2020 to about 2022, working in a production company, understanding the ropes as a writer in a writer's room. And I took what I learned from that experience and applied it to my own work with my own pizzazz. So 2023 came around, I picked out the project I wanted to do. And in 2024, we shot that shit. Going into Q2 of 2024, and we have almost a finished product. We still got to work out the sound pieces, but almost a finished product. It was so much work that got put into that first product that was like, wow, now that I'm done, I feel like I don't have anything else I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, it was such a huge milestone. Like, I guess it almost seemed like it was unattainable until it actually got done. But nonetheless, finished the film. We're working on sound now. And the next thing will be the premiere before I start film festival on the film festival circuit. I low-key have just been trying to fill the void of the amount of work that I was putting in to put this film together. So in the midst of this in-between phase, it's been a lot of sitting back, recollecting what happened, and I guess debriefing is the word. Is debriefing the word? Oh, I guess it is a debrief. Taking a time to debrief the amount of energy and effort that was put into building a film, what went right, what went wrong, and trying to figure out how can I make the next one better. Timing, scheduling, casting, the whole shebang. I mean, it's been a good recollection, recovery period, and a reflection time. But I guess the workaholic in me still wants to do more. And I'm concerned, well, don't hit the stop button. I want to travel too. But even in traveling, I still think about what I want to do while I'm on vacation. For instance, went to Miami last week now? Yeah, went to Miami last week. Even on that vacation, I was still working, trying to put together the next thing. Don't get me wrong, it was still a vacation. And I think mostly it's because I enjoy sitting down and just knocking stuff out, working on things, which is why I head to the coffee shop to do what I do, which is what this is. So if you didn't know by the beginning of this video, we thought walk until we get to a coffee shop. The in-between, back to that. I sometimes feel like the fear of the unknown is worse than what the actual unknown is itself. Hope that makes sense. We sometimes ponder on that empty void that we haven't encountered yet and try to decipher what it is before we even get there. In the hopes that if I plan accordingly, I never have to deal with whatever I'm scared of that's in the unknown. The older I get, the more I feel like just be scared and keep moving. I learned fear is an acronym. I mean, it might not really be an acronym, but this is what somebody made it an acronym of. So fear means one of two things: forgetting everything and run. And once I find out what the other one was, I wrote it on a sticky note at work. If I remember what the other one is, it'll just be underneath it. So forgetting everything and run, and this. Nonetheless, you got to pick the positive version. If you forget everything and run, you're gonna be running forever. What are you running from? What are you running towards? Also, I guess I got to get over the uncomfortability of vlogging. I've been doing this shit for a year on Instagram, mini version. Never have I ever, funny, never have I ever actually done this live while walking around in front of people. Regardless of doing this for a year on Instagram, it never gets normal. I guess I'm only a part-time blogger. I've never gotten through the uncomfortability of holding my camera and talking to it while people look at me and ask, what the fuck are you doing? All right, one thing that I do notice, and is a very incremental part of my thought walks, I enjoy paying attention to people, sometimes more than I probably should. For me, watching people, one, helps me with writing. It helps me figure out the nuances of how people interact and respond in ways that I normally wouldn't. And even partially, like, even saying it out loud sometimes makes me feel a little bit awkward. It's like, are you watching people to figure out how people interact like you're not a person yourself? All right, largest pet peeve walking in Uptown Charlotte. Hell, driving in Uptown Charlotte. People can't drive. So therefore, as a pedestrian and as a driver, you have to give a little more care to those that are around you than you do to your own personal well-being. Because why? They don't give a shit about you. Morning routine. I'll go to a coffee shop every day, habitually, every single day. Now, where I go may differ. Maybe one of three home bases. Ooh, excuse me. One of those is Waterbean, where we're headed to now. Waterbean is one of my favorites because damn near all the baristas know who I am and know my order. And normally on the weekend, I either pick a different shop to go to try something new, do like a little review, which you can find on my Instagram. Links and stuff will be either in the front or the end of this video. We'll find out, maybe in both, who knows. But I'll go here at Waterbean, I'll get my norm. But today, I think I might try this a little bit different and try one of the new things that was on their menu. Whew. Morning.
Good morning.
All right, can I get an English toffee iced latte and with oat milk? Yes, and then a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant. And I'm gonna weirdly ask, out of the three of these here, which one has people ordered the most?
Blueberry.
The blueberry?
Oh wait,
Of these.
I thought you meant these.
Oh no.
Oh, out of all these?
Yeah, well, just mainly these three.
These three?
Yeah. Has anybody tested them yet?
Yeah. A lot of people just drink the dragon matcha.
Which
It's
is
like dragon fruit, papaya.
that's the one with all of the
Yeah.
ooh.
But
And-
I did make this one the other day and they liked it. And that's just like a vanilla latte.
Can I get the small version of the dragon matcha? Is that made with oat milk too? Or can be?
It can be, yeah.
Okay, can I make the oat
It
milk?
does have skim on top. Is that okay?
Oh, that's fine. We're giving it a review.
Still want the iced latte?
Yes. One to drink, one to try. So we got a dragon matcha, which is papaya, dragon fruit, matcha, and skim milk with oat milk, and English toffee iced latte, my normal, and the bacon, egg, and cheese. For those of y'all who don't follow me on Instagram, this is the staple. If I go somewhere, I'm getting it regardless. All right, so let's try the one that we don't know how it operates first. It's a lot of flavor. Let's try it again. You can taste the dragon fruit, the papaya, and the matcha separately. I'm glad I did this with oat milk because I think with whole milk this would have been nasty. It's not bad. I definitely can do this every single day because it's real fruity. Okay. Normal is English coffee, which means clean back up. We know that flavor, so we're good. And the staple. So per usual, if you ever come to Charlotte, you want good coffee and a nice little ambiance, Waterbean, Uptown, it's across the street from Jimmy John's, you're down the street from my park. You get everything that you need at once. It's in the middle, it's right there by the middle of the city. Come have a good time. Get your coffee, walk around, enjoy the sights. You got the baseball field, the football stadium. Everything is not too far away from this shop in particular. So, as I finish off this morning coffee run, let's hit a couple of takeaways from today's walk. One, it is okay to not know what you're going to do next in life. Just take it one day at a time. Two, rest is just as important as the grind. Keep that in mind. And lastly, three, fear will rear its ugly head time and time again, but choose the positive side of the coin. Face everything and rise. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a pleasure being your coffee maestro for today. Feel free to like this video, share it with your fellow coffee connoisseurs and anybody that would just enjoy a good conversation and a coffee suggestion while they're at it. And by all means, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be here every single week with something new, both conversation-wise and coffee-wise. So stay tuned and come back. And as always, this is going to be my normal thing. Peace and blessings.